The gentleman is not always the nicest guy, but the gentleman leaves the world in a better place than he found it. Today, guys, we are talking about two different gentlemen from the house of Givenchy, Reserve Privee versus Boisee. I've been asked to do this battle for a long time, and I'm finally getting around to it. Thank you guys for hanging there with me. I'm excited to talk about these two fragrances, and you're gonna find out why. Y'all ready? Let's do this. What is up, my fragrant people? Welcome back to the place. Thank you guys for stopping by because I'm excited to put this one together, guys. Today, we are talking about the house of Givenchy, baby. Givenchy Gentleman Boisee versus Givenchy Reserve Privee. Kind of rhymes. Two dynamic fragrances that you gotta get your nose on. We are gonna compare and contrast these so you can determine whether one of these is gonna be good for you or neither one. So to get things started, let's talk about the oldest one first. In 2020, Givenchy released Gentleman Boisee. This one, guys, is a spicy, woody fragrance that features the note of burning wood. All right, so if you like By the Fireplace from Maison Margiela, you will like this one. And this is why I do not have By the Fireplace. To me, By the Fireplace is too doggone smoky. This one has the burning wood note, but it's far more refined. It's better blended than By the Fireplace. This one, guys, to me, Boisee is very, very masterfully blended. It just is. At 124 retail, I think both of these were 124 each for these bottles. A brilliant fragrance, guys. It opens up with a black pepper, coriander, and geranium. In the heart, you're gonna get orris, cedarwood, and some cacao. And then when it dries down, that's when you get the burning wood and patchouli. Givenchy says that this is a duality of passionate strength and smoldering seduction, and they are not lying. This one, guys, on the compliment factor, I get far more compliments from women wearing Boisee. I think a lot of it is because of performance, but the DNA behind this one is very strong. It's very masculine, but it's refined. On the performance, I'm getting 6 to 8 hours on Boisee, easy. And that's with about 5 sprays. Now, compliment factor, like I said, is way up. This is one of my most complimented fragrances, Givenchy Gentleman Boisee. It just is. Now, is it one of my favorites? It is not. Now, your chemistry could be different. You can get 0 compliments. Maybe you're not smiling, and maybe this doesn't jive with your skin or your personal, I don't know, but Boisee gets me a ton of compliments, and this is what I will call a shirt stealer. This is one that I spray on. Women want to keep your shirt. Trail on this one, 2 to 3 feet behind me, super easy, and that lasts for about 2 hours. If the wind picks it up, I can have a sillage on this one for a couple more hours. So sillage is easily into 4 hours if it's windy. The projection on this one is probably 1 to 2 feet. I'm thinking 2 feet maximum probably, because people normally can't smell me after 2 feet, but that's only for about the first hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Both of these bottles, $124 retail each, but this one grabs the compliments and grabs attention, but it is subtle when it does it. Now, let's talk about the next fragrance. All right, in 2022 is when Givenchy decided to release their Boisee Deep Ambery fragrance in Reserve Privee. Now this one opens up, guys, with a bergamot and whiskey absolute. In the heart, there's chestnut, orris, and benzoin, and then it dries down to a cedarwood, vetiver, and patchouli. This is my deep, sensual amber for winter time, guys. Like I say, people complain about the performance on this one, y'all, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm getting about 4 hours, but this one, guys, is so soft. It's so refined. It has that whiskey absolute note up top, and it just makes it just that Reserve Privee. The name just matches the scent profile to me. Completely different from Boisee. Yes, you can tell it's still Givenchy, but it's a completely different fragrance, guys. And the chestnut in the heart of it, it just smells warm. It smells inviting. It's almost like a boozy gourmand with the chestnut and the whiskey absolute. I just think this is just a well blended gentleman's fragrance, guys. This is something to where you're gonna be wearing a jacket, you're gonna be dressed up, you're gonna be wearing a jacket, or you're gonna be wearing a heavier sweater, or maybe even a suit. Like this would go really well, even if you're wearing a tuxedo, man. It's supposed to be like a hip flask, but to me, this cap is like a top hat. It just looks like a gentleman's wear, guys. Yes, the same cap is on Boisee, but it matches Reserve Privee much better. So let's talk about the compliments on this one. Now, Reserve Privee does not get me as many compliments. Now, that could mean a couple of things. because of performance, people just don't get a chance to smell me as much as they do with Boisee. And then also, it is a boozy fragrance. I believe that women like boozy fragrances, but you have to rock boozy fragrances very specifically. It has to be worn at the right time, the right temperature, in the right situation, or it just will not get the attention that you're looking for. I wear this only in the winter. That's the only time I wear Reserve Privee, is in the winter time. Boisee, I'll wear in the fall and winter, but Reserve Privee, I'm only wearing in the winter time, guys. It just has the profile with the booziness. The profile just seems to go better with cooler weather. So let's talk about what people hate about this fragrance, the longevity. Once again, 4 hours. That's it. 3 to 4 4 hours is what I'm getting out of this fragrance, guys, and it becomes a skin scent. Can this be a shirt stealer? I believe that Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privee is a shirt stealer. I just haven't experienced it in that way. Right now, Boisee is my shirt stealer. This one could be, I believe, if you rock this the right way. You spray your clothes, it's gonna last a little bit longer, but this one does melt away kind of fast. So the sillage on this one is barely noticeable. Like, you're gonna get right behind you type performance on sillage, guys. Unless there's a wind going, you're just not going to produce much of a sillage, so don't count on that. The projection on this one, very, very short. For the first 30 minutes, you're probably going to get about a half a foot to a foot. I wouldn't suggest overspraying this one. You can hit this 5, 6, 7 times maybe, but that'll be about it, because it's not meant to be a projection monster. So half a foot to a foot maybe. This is a discovered, not announced fragrance. So guys, you see the difference in the performance, right? So Boisee obviously is about doubling Reserve Privee's performance. I'm getting like 8 hours on Boisee, getting about 4 hours on Reserve Privee. The compliments for Reserve Privee are very, very low. I've gotten like 1 or 2 compliments from it. Boisee gives me compliments almost every single time, and women tend to really, really gravitate towards Boisee. So with all else being equal, price $124 and $124. Still Givenchy DNA, but these fragrances go completely different ways. You can like one and hate the other one, literally. I actually like both of them, but which one do I choose? I'm going with Reserve Privee. That is just my favorite, guys. When they came out with that Whiskey Absolute up top, combining that with that chestnut, man, I just fell in love with it. Like, it matches my personality, it matches my style, and in the winter time, I cannot wait to sport this fragrance, guys. That one is the winner in my opinion, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you have either one of these fragrances or both of them, and which one do you choose over the other? Either way, thank you guys for stopping by and watching my video. Hit that like button on your way out. Until next time, keep smelling good.